When I finally stopped the car and stepped closer, I noticed more than just the dirt on his fur. It's about watching life return. Completely. He kept tilting his head to one side, trying to escape the constant discomfort that had probably been tormenting him for days. The smell from the infected ear was unmistakable, a sign that the pain was not new. This wasn't just exhaustion from running after a car. This dog had been suffering quietly, carrying pain in its body while still finding the strength to follow me. I opened the car door, and without hesitation, he climbed in. Even then, he was careful with his head, avoiding sudden movements. In that moment, I knew this was more than a chance encounter. This was a dog asking for help in the only way it knew how. Before bringing him home for good, I wanted to be certain. I believed that every dog deserves the chance to return, if someone was still waiting for him. So I took him back to the place where he had been found, asking around. It's about watching life return, completely, hoping that someone might recognize him. Eventually, we found the former owner. For a brief moment, I thought this story might end differently. I loosened the leash slightly, watching the dog hesitate, then stepped forward with cautious hope. But the answer came quickly and without hesitation. The owner refused. There was no anger, no explanation, just a firm decision. The dog was pushed away, told to leave, as if it no longer belonged anywhere. In that moment, I felt the leash tighten not in my hand, but in my chest. The dog didn't bark or resist. It simply turned back toward me, quietly, as if it already understood. I knelt down and called him back. He came immediately, pressing close, choosing certainty over rejection. That was when my hesitation ended. I took him home, not as a temporary shelter, not as a responsibility I was unsure about, but as family. Sometimes the hardest goodbye is the one that finally opens the door to a real home. At the veterinary clinic, the doctors examined him thoroughly. Along with the wounds on his abdomen, They confirmed a serious ear infection on one side. The ear was inflamed, painful, and had clearly been untreated for a long time. Immediate treatment was necessary. The doctors cleaned the ear carefully, knowing how sensitive and painful it was. They explained that without treatment, the infection could have worsened and affected his balance and hearing. Medication was administered to reduce inflammation and fight infection. I took him home with detailed instructions. Clean the wounds, treat the ear daily, give medication on time, and be patient. Healing, they said, would not happen overnight. In the days that followed, I could see how much the ear pain had affected him. At first, he was quiet, cautious, and easily startled. But little by little, as the infection eased, his posture changed. His head lifted higher. His movements became more confident. One day, I noticed something simple but beautiful. He shook his head freely for the first time, without pain. And then, he wagged his tail and looked at me with calm, happy eyes. From that moment on, his happiness grew visibly. Today, this golden dog lives without pain. We travel together, walk together, and share a life. That began with a chase on the road and continued with care, patience, and love. Sometimes the most meaningful rescues don't happen loudly. They begin when someone stops, looks back, and chooses not to walk away.